Hello and welcome back to which channel is this again? Oh yeah, Sit Back and React. Where we react to some comedy type stuff or like weird stuff. But today we are going to be looking at some stupid things you believed as a kid that are nearly unbelievable. I'm your host Caleb Lane and let's get into the video. The magic cash machine. I thought that you should take money out of a cash machine anytime you needed some. Who calls them cash machines? They're called ATMs.
Thing I used to believe was the tooth fairy. I
Yeah.
actually thought
Moving
I could
on.
catch a tooth fairy one
Bring
time.
in the band. When a song was played on the radio, I thought the whole band just popped into the room with the radio presenter,
Flew back out the door.
then left once they. You do realize. Next up, we have Bring in the Band. When a song was being played on the radio, I thought the whole band just popped into the room with the radio presenter, then left once they'd finished. Yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Cats and dogs. When I was a kid, I thought dogs and cats were the same species. Just dogs were male and cats were female. Blew my little 7-year-old mind when my dog got pregnant. Hopefully their parents had the talk with them. The chocolate bunny has feelings too. Did you want to say something?
He was laying my head back.
Okay. I convinced myself that my saliva would work like a narcotic on chocolate Easter bunnies, so they wouldn't feel the pain of me eating them. Yeah, quitting cold turkey. I used to believe that quitting something cold turkey meant that you ate cold turkey instead of smoking or doing whatever else they're trying to quit. I figured that since cold turkey doesn't sound that delicious, they must be so distracted by how annoying cold turkey tastes that forget about their addiction. Yeah, maybe. Warning, this is just a drill. When I was about 4, our kindergarten teacher told us there was going to be a fire drill in the next few weeks when the fireman would come to our school. Yeah, don't ask why. I was terrified because I thought they would set our school on fire to teach us what to do in case a real fire started. I was unsure whether the fireman would be able to deal with the fire before everything was destroyed. Yeah, that's not going to happen. The little people who could control lights. I used to think that there was little people inside traffic lights who press buttons to make them change from green to yellow to red. Really, me too. Kissing equals marriage. No, it doesn't. But
Yeah.
I thought if someone kissed me, we were married. This is totally me when Okay, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that was me. Apple tree seeds. When you eat an apple and accidentally swallow the seeds, an apple tree will grow inside of you. It doesn't? Oh, I just realized. No, it doesn't. Power of mind control. Used to think adults could read my mind, and that when people turned 18, you magically gained the gift of reading children's minds. Honestly, I don't think so. I wish I could. I mean, I'm not 18 yet, so I don't know. Can y'all read people's minds?
I ain't been able to.
Oh. The creature from the bowl.
It takes too much energy to look at the book and read the mind.
I was definitely convinced some sort of creature would come out of the toilet when I flushed it. Oh, I would always wash my hands first, flush, then run out of the bathroom. Yep, me too.
The Mr. Toilet Man is gonna
A
come
long
cut your
time to
chicken.
make a movie. I thought old and young versions of movie characters were played by the same actor and that they just waited until the actor grew up to finish making the movie. No, there's two different people. The
Oh,
hardest part about college, when my parents said colleges were hard to get into, I thought they meant the door was heavy and hard to open. I thought nosebleed seats at a basketball game were given their name because they were closest to the court, so you could get hit in the face with the ball. Don't send in the clowns. I thought I thought clowns were a race of people. I was obviously wrong. Oh dear, no. Absolutely not. A race of penny-like creatures on our watch? Nope. The wrong pipe. I thought that when someone choked a bit and said something about had gone down the wrong way, they must have had a food tube and a drink tube, and I wonder how our bodies knew what to do with chunky vegetable soup. That's easy. There are little elves in your body pulling a lever that controls where the food goes. Each elf is in charge of different foods and liquids. The magical fax machine. I used to think that fax machines rolled the paper into tubes and magically sent the physical document through the wires to come out the other end. Two-handed smoking. When I was a kid, I thought secondhand smoked meant you smoked with both hands, like you had a lit cigarette in each hand and alternated. Like in the movies is next. I believe that when people died in movies, they died in real life. I assumed before they started filming, they were like, alright, show of hands, who wants to die for real? When mushrooms aren't mushrooms. I didn't like mushrooms as a child, but one day my parents served me chopped mushrooms with pasta. These are mushrooms. No, they replied, those are ujamaflips. I must have thanked about a dozen of my friends' sniggering parents for the yummy ujama flips in my dinner. We would have given anything to see the reaction on people's faces when she called mushrooms Ujama flips. It would have been priceless. Moving on to protectors from the TV. I wouldn't go to sleep without the TV on. I believe that if there was ever an intruder, the cast from the show on at the time would jump out of the TV and protect me. George Lopez protected me for years. The birthday suit. I used to think that your birthday suit was an actual suit people wore on their birthdays and always wondered why I didn't have one. Um, okay, y'all need to get your facts straight. Listen to the cartoon. I used to think that people on the TV could see me when I was really little. One time, an aardvark puppet on the show asked that I love your new hair, and I just came into the room after having a haircut. Needless to say, it freaked me out. And moving houses. Oh, and by the way, this is your reminder to stay hydrated. When I was very small, I thought that moving house meant literally moving your house to a different place. I then imagined that there must be a secret button somewhere that you push to enable this and set about finding it. And finally, where teachers live. I used to think that teachers actually lived at school. I wondered where they slept in school. Maybe in the teachers' lounge. Don't be silly. They keep them in the no. Don't be silly. They keep them in the janitor's closet and flip a switch before school starts. In fact, that's where they get their assignments for total world domination in the algebra exam you've been dreading. Subscribe.